especially like NFP or anything pertaining to that. You should be open with your spouse about, She's just like, I came to marriage prep and everything was discarded. Like, felt like I was just being told a lie my entire life. So, watch out for those magazines, especially. The only one I can think of is, like, Cosmo Girl. Anybody else got, like, any examples?
17 magazine, anything like that.
Hey, I like 17. No, I'm kidding. Kidding, yes. 17, doesn't matter. Just be careful what you read in there, because they'll tell you who you need to be, and that's not true. A woman also has really good girlfriends. Girls define themselves by guys and what they think. So a woman obviously doesn't do that. If she has good girlfriends to share things with, to confide in, then it's a lot easier. A lot of times girls want to share their lives with men or boys. They want to tell them everything, so that maybe, I don't know, they'll like them or something, So a woman has good girlfriends. They don't define themselves by guys and what they think. We're more free to share things with girls than with guys. Don't get me wrong, like, you should have guy friends too. Like, I have some really great guy friends. I love them to death. But there are just certain things you cannot and should not tell them. Things that you should not share with them. And that it's kind of pertaining more to, like, emotional chastity. But again, that's a talk for another time. But don't define yourself by their approval. That's really important. Other parts of being confident, a confident woman. A confident woman stands up for what is right. And they don't shy away. If you know something is wrong, you have to stand up and say something because you don't know who will. And that may lead somebody into, like, sin or, something bad may happen because of it. So stand up for what is right. Girls point fingers and point, oh, she's responsible, or it wasn't my fault. Women take responsibility for their actions and are just responsible in general. A confident woman is a true leader, is a good example to others. She does as she says. She lives by example. And a confident woman is genuinely excited for another. Girls get jealous and are vain. And again, that's just something you want to shy away from. And the last part of this is being virtuous. A woman is virtuous. Girls worry about themselves. They only worry about themselves. What am I going to do today? What do I look like today? And just worries about her needs for the day. Women, they put others first. They're constantly seeking, like, oh, what can I do for you? Or how can I make this person's day better? Girls hold grudges and judge others. Women forgive and they don't judge. That's definitely one of the hardest parts about growing up and maturing is being willing to forgive when you don't want to. We are all called to forgive, like it says in the Our Father. Plain and simple, right there. If we don't forgive, then God's not going to forgive us. So that's just something that grows with maturity. Other parts of being a virtuous woman. She is charitable and gives her service to others. She's excellent in all things, chastity, sobriety, and academics. She has balance in all these things. Balance in your prayer life and in your social life, your school life. Really striving to excel in all of those. And one of the last things is a virtuous woman is loyal. They're not going around telling stories about this supposed friend over here going to Lucy over here and being like, oh my gosh, did you hear what Jennifer did? So just stay loyal. So after all this, this is a little more about what we should be striving for. This is the greatness that we should be striving for. We are called to be great, just as Pope Emeritus Benedict, is that right? Pope Emeritus Benedict says that we are not called to be comfortable, we are called for greatness. So, I kind of give you an idea of what maybe a woman should look like. And I wanted to mention that we're upheld to greatness, so we need to uphold men to greatness. We're not looking for a nice guy or a good guy. We're looking for a great guy, right? So we want to be helping our friends and those men in our lives to greatness. And on this sheet that I will give you guys, it also has the qualities of a man on the bottom part, and what we should be holding the men up to, and something that you should also look for in a man. You deserve nothing less than what is on this paper. And that's the truth. Also, I just wanted to mention, with that, it gives all these qualities and stuff. It's really great. I just wanted to keep in mind that you cannot change a boy into a man. Only God can, in his relationship with God, his maturity. It seems like a lot of times girls get this, savior syndrome, thinking, oh, he's a nice guy, he's got really great potential. So, I think I can change him. I think I can make him better. That's not true. He's only going to change if he wants to change, and he's going to change because he wants to be a man of God, and he wants to be a man of greatness. And you're probably thinking, wow, that's a long list of things, and you just scared the crap out of me. But if not, well, good for you. But how do I get there? How do I become this woman, And it comes with maturity, definitely. It comes with maturity and age. As you get older, you mature and you find things out. But it's also rooted in prayer in our relationships. Not only relationship with God, but relationships with others, especially the women. That's the whole part of our existence, is to live in community with other people. And if you have these great relationships that are based on Christ, and you're working towards the common goal, you have similar kind of values and ideas, then you should have no trouble. So in conclusion, a woman is feminine, confident, and virtuous. And it's something that we should all be striving for, and I'm not saying I've perfected any one of these. I'm not saying I've perfected all of them at all. But in my experience and in my prayer especially, I ask God every day, and I work on these things every day to be a greater woman in preparation for the man I marry, or if you are called to be a sister for God, God deserves nothing less. So, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Right now, we'll take a little break, just 5 minutes, whatever. Go get some more munchies, something to drink, or whatever, and then I'll introduce our next guest speaker, and then it'll be more relaxed, and then after he talks, we will go into a question and answer session, and then have more time to mingle and get to know each other. Okay, great.